Welcome back to the DaBoot Tragedies. We're going to just jump right into this and talk about Michael Thomas and his hamstring injury. Now, we know Michael Thomas hasn't played a game in a while for the Saints. He's only played 7 games over the last 2 years, injuring that ankle, putting off the surgery. We all know the backstory. We don't have to dive too much into that. But this is another injury that we're adding to the list. It's a hamstring. Dennis Allen came out and said he didn't practice because he had a hamstring injury. Everyone panicked. Everyone freaked out. Not me. I just kind of let it play out over a couple days. Obviously, he's coming off this 2-year process with the ankle, man. Like I said, 7 games in 2 years. That's not really great. But I just think his body's getting used to being back to full speed, back to practicing. He hasn't done these things in a long time. Didn't play a game last year. So obviously, if you're practicing every day, your body's just not in shape, like it was when you were doing this constantly year in and year out since high school, college, every year in the pro. So your body got to, a year off. So your muscles got to get back acclimated to running routes in this heat, recovering, doing all of those things. So a hamstring injury is not the biggest surprise to me. I don't believe this will be a major injury or cause for any major concerns, that are going to affect his year. But a hamstring is tricky. You have to make sure that thing is 100% before you come back. Even if it's, missing week 1, which is, a couple weeks away now. Hey, you have to be 100% before you get back on that field. I think we can hold it down against the Falcons without you. So, hey, man, we'll see what happens with this hamstring injury. Like I said, I don't think it's serious. Dennis Allen said it's just a little bit of a hamstring injury. I don't know what that means per se, but it doesn't seem like it sounded too serious. Marshawn Lattimore was dealing with the same thing early in training camp. He's been back out there periodically. So I do think it'll be a 1 to 2 week injury, 3 weeks at the most. I think he'll get healed up and he'll be ready to go opening day. That's the plan. I would assume for the Saints, and I think he'll be ready for it. Now, also, I do want to touch on this before I get up out of here. Kirk Merritt. We all know as of now that he changed his position from wide receiver to running back, and I think this is going to be a fantastic thing for him, a fantastic thing for the Saints. And let's just start off by saying, hey, he has a better chance to make the team as a running back than a wide receiver. If you look at our wide receiver depth chart, when you got Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, Chris Olave, Marquez Callaway, Deontay Hardy, and you got Dejon Dixon, Traquan Smith, a lot of guys right there are battling for spots. So that's definitely going to be a tough position to make. But then you go to the running back position, and you have Tony Jones Jr., Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara. And after that, it's really just up in the air, man. You have Abram Smith, you have Dwayne Washington. It's those guys Kirk Merritt can compete with. I think we're going to carry 4 running backs, and Kirk Merritt obviously is going to bring something on special teams, even if it's not as a returner because we have Deontay Hardy. He still can get out there at gunner. He's fast as hell. We all know that. The more positions you play, the better chance you give yourself of making this team. So I do think this will be, a benefit for him. And you can just look at Alvin Kamara. There's no doubt in my mind that Alvin Kamara could be a receiver if he wanted to. I'll put Kirk Merritt in that bunch, in that mix with Alvin Kamara. Obviously, I'm not saying he's going to be but a guy that's probably can play a little bit of running back, has the talent to do it, but he's going to be a problem out the backfield. If he's lined up at running back and you put a linebacker on him with that speed, with those wide receiver skills, he's going to be a mismatch problem. And I think it'll be the best thing for him. He's kind of solid built, so I think he can, transition to running back if need be. And if the Saints are asking him to do this, that obviously means they see him, they like him, they want him to make this team. They're trying to find the best fit for him. And the Saints are used to this, man. Just look at Taysom Hill, look at Alvin Kamara. Obviously, Taysom Hill's doing everything: quarterback, tight end, receiver, punt protection, punt coverage. He even returned some kicks. So the Saints are used to this. Even on the defensive side of the ball, guys like Gardner Johnson can play outside corner, nickel, safety. Tyron, same boat. PJ Williams, same boat. Marcus May, same boat. So the Saints are used to these versatile guys. They like these versatile guys. And I'm excited to see what Kirk Merritt does at running back. Hopefully we get some snaps in this last preseason game with him at running back. Hopefully we get to see the starters, but that's a different story for a different day. But let me know what y'all think about this Michael Thomas injury and this Kirk Merritt position change in the comments below. And as always, just DaBoot Tragedies, and I'm out.